Welcome, my lovely Cancers. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come across it, it'll be appropriate to you. Please like and subscribe if you feel so inclined. It really does help my channel. It's quite new right now. Maybe if you've come across this in 2 or 3 years' time, I'll be a famous YouTuber and you won't need to, but please do if it's in the beginning. So the way we're going to do this reading, the first one is going to be about your finance and career aspects, and then the second half is going to be about love and relationships. So do stay. Spirit, what do we have for Cancer for love, for finance and career? What do we have for Cancer for finance and career? What do we have for Cancer for finance and career? A couple more shuffles. Right, let's see. Knight of Cups, finance and career. And the bottom of the deck we have the Seven of Swords as the overall energy. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay, the way I do my readings more or less moves from past to future. This is your recent past, current situation, some hidden energy which might be going on in the background, maybe in your subconscious or things that you're not aware of, some advice, and the potential outcome at the end of the day. So Cancer, finance and career. I think things are changing for you, Cancer, at the moment, and maybe it feels like it's not in a good way, because you've been in this wonderful scenario, celebrating, going out, drinking with your friends, having everything that you could need, but at the moment to me it looks like you want to change careers. Maybe you're getting a little bit bored, maybe you're bumping heads with people at work, or you're just not happy about the way you're doing things at the moment, and your mind is on new things. And the Ace of Battens is like, perhaps you've got a new idea you want to try, and it's going to take some work, and you're busy thinking about that in the meantime. So let's have a look. You know, is this going to work? Isn't it going to work? That kind of thing. I think in the background, what you might not be aware of, but what's really happening in your mind, you're really calculating well, and I like that about you, Cancer. You do think about things logically. You've learned a lot in this past time, even though you may not even know it. You've built up a lot of experience, and you've got a lot of you've built up a lot of knowledge and wisdom. This is the Queen of Swords is the kind of like I like to call it the university card, but it's not always about university. It's about using your wisdom to make choices, using your knowledge. And the Eight of Coins is the learning card. So I've got a feeling that you know more than what you even think. You've built up a lot of knowledge over the last period. Excuse me, my cat is wanting attention. Some advice for you though, Cancer. Fake it till you make it. Okay, so if you want to try something new, the best way to do is, even if you feel like you don't know what the hell you're doing, all right, pretend that you do, you know, because in actual fact, as I said, in this hidden background here, you've gained a lot of knowledge, and even though you feel like you might not know what you're doing, maybe you're suffering from imposter syndrome, maybe you're going to start this new job and you're going to feel, oh my god, I can't cope with this thing, I don't know this thing, how did they hire me, how are they paying me all this money, and I don't know what I'm doing. Ten of Swords is like feeling like you've got this enormous burden on you, and you're in the deep end. But the Queen of Coins is yeah, hold up your flag, you know, hold up your flag, you know what you're doing. You know, let everybody know that you know what you're doing, even though there'll be some days that you feel you don't know what you're doing. And the outcome, I still see some Swords here, and you've got this is the overall energy, the Seven of Swords. Now the Seven of Swords as the overall energy is kind of like fighting back criticism, but I think it's in your mind. You fighting with yourself over whether you can do this or whether you can't, and you've got doubts, and you're going to feel in the near future, because this is Cancer, you know, like anything you do is wrong. Oh my God! But that's all in your head, Cancer, because at the end of the day, you've got the Temperance card as your final kind of potential outline here. And the Temperance card just means every thought that comes up into your head of negativity, pour it out and bring in your positivity. I consider this like the breathing exercise card. So what I do when I'm suffering from anxiety, and what I tell my people that I chat to, oops, sorry about that, is if you're feeling tension and you want to deal with it, just start breathing deeply, breathe in and breathe out. But the important thing is every time you breathe in, hold your breath a little while and let all that tension build up in your solar plexus. And when you feel you've got it out of all of your body and it's all sitting in one place, then just breathe it out of your mouth. Okay? And do this a few times until you feel when you've breathed in, there's no more tension to be breathed in because you've breathed it all out. So use that as a little bit of an exercise. So yes, from a finance point of view, I think you're coming from a place of comfort and you're moving into a place of discomfort, like an unknown zone. But believe me, Cancer, you can do it. Okay? And keep telling yourself that you can. All right, let's do love and relationships, Cancer. Yes, I have a strange way of shuffling. It's just easier on my cards. Reduces some of the friction of shuffling. And I've had these cards a very long time. They're my favorite deck, and they tell me stories. Right, universe, spirit, what do we have for Cancer in love and relationships? What do we have? Our little water sign Cancer, love and relationships. Spirit, love and relationships for Cancer. I'm going to take this card out. It wants to come out. Oh, beautiful. Spirit, love and relationships for Cancer. Let's go. Oh, you stress too much, Cancer. Okay, let's have a look. You got the Sun as your overall energy card. Let me check that my camera's still showing everything. There we go. So, in the recent past, we have the Devil and the Strength. Cancer, I think you're coming out of a little bit of a scenario where you've learned some lessons. The Devil in relationships is very much about obsessing over someone, possibly being sexually obsessed with someone, but you know, and you've had to use a lot of willpower to separate yourself from this, and currently I see you fighting with yourself, Cancer. This seems to be a theme. You're fighting with yourself at the moment, you know. Should you go back? Should you go forward? Should you go back? Should you go forward to this? And but we've got this upheld with the Empress card, and the Empress card for me is like your mother's energy, you know, and she's holding you up, you know. So think about what your mother would say. I know, you know, if you're thinking about sex and you've had this amazing passionate relationship, and you might feel it's hurting you. uh, it's hard to chat to your mother about this, but understand that there's mother energy underneath this, and you will do the right thing at the end of the day. Cancer, if this obsessive relationship has been hurting you, I think you'll do the right thing to deal with it at the end of the day. What's hidden and maybe in your subconscious, or what's happening in the background. And look, we've got the father energy. We've got mother and father sitting right next to each other. Because for me, the King of Coins is the the logical father, who and strict father at the end of the day. And you have the Tower where everything's changing. So I've got a feeling that whatever was happening is changing anyway. If you've been in a relationship that's been based on sex, or you may have been with multiple partners based on sex only, I think there's a switch either changing in your head, or the other person is becoming bored with it as well and is ready to end it anyway, or is perhaps waiting for you to end it, so that it's a little bit more convenient, if you like. Your advice, what's it, my kitten? Your advice, my little Cancerians, is if this ends and you didn't end it, don't let this hurt you. This not worth crying about at the end of the day. You might feel that this other person, you had given everything and they had given nothing back. But really, don't let it hurt you. It's not worth the pain at the end of the day. Let it go completely. And then and the reason is good because, number one, you've got the sun as your overall energy, which means your outcome's going to be good no matter what. And it'll be your time to shine. And look, it's quite a, it's a beautiful card. I love the sun in this deck. Because you've got 2 twos here in the potential outcome, and so you're going to be spoiled for choice, Cancer. So keep a lookout, and your one choice might be like a logical choice, like what's good for me. Think of it that way, if you like. And the other one is a choice based on for me, this card is about long distance relationships. So you may be sitting in a situation in the near future where you might strike up a long distance relationship, maybe over social media or on a dating app or something like that. Or that person could be just so different from you. For instance, it might be interracial or a big age gap or something like that. And you may have to apply some logic to it to figure out if this is going to work or not. But the sun is here, so whatever decision you make at the end of the day will be good for you. I can't tell you what decision to make. It's not clear here. So maybe if you find yourself in the situation, drop me an email. Let's see, maybe we can do a one-on-one and try and figure out what this is. Let's just draw a couple of extra cards. Might get some clues. Clarification on these twos, Spirit. Yeah, I still see long distance, but you'll make a good decision. The Queen of Swords is like the good decision card, and so is the Justice. The Justice will cut out all the bullshit. So I'm confident. That's why the Sun is here. I'm confident that I still see long distance relationship, and it's kind of in the end there. So maybe you'll strike this up and you'll carry on with it. But just know that whatever decision you make will be a good one, and it may be based on like logical things, like very practical things, like, can I see this person? Oh my God, lives 600 kilometers away. Don't do it, Or can I see this person because because this other person might be of a different race or different age gap, and you might say, well, it's worth it, give it a go. Anyway, that's what I have for you, Cancer. I hope you come back soon. Please like these videos, subscribe, maybe hit that little notification bell so that you know when I post more my videos again. Thank you.